Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Now let's look at some of the stocks on the move today here in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker and I'm joined by Bloomberg reporter Chloe Millay. Chloe, good morning.
Good morning.
So it's been cold outside, but it might just be the right time for ice cream still. Maybe, is it? Unilever's Magnum deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So Magnum Ice Cream Company has started trading today in London and Amsterdam and a little bit later in New York. So the spin-off of the ice cream unit for Unilever is now completed. It happened a month later than originally planned because it was pushed back because of the US government shutdown. So now the focus is really going to be on Unilever's prospects as a standalone company. And given how shares fell today for Unilever, perhaps the investor enthusiasm isn't really there at the moment. And then for Magnum itself, for this new company, there are also challenges, of course, as well. So there's obviously a growing number of really health-conscious consumers, maybe people that don't necessarily want to have ice cream. There's also, of course, weight loss drugs, which limit appetite. And then it's also quite a capital intensive business. So this is a part of Unilever that was dealing with quite high production costs, quite high storage costs, and that really weighed on margins. That's part of the reason why there was a push to demerge that company. But now perhaps Magnum can refocus. The management team is quite well regarded by analysts, and analysts are saying that the company can now really reinvest in growth and really refocus after it really was all about returns and cash under Unilever. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's an interesting time of year to be listing an ice cream business.
Yeah, absolutely. Apparently in the UK, in the factory, they make about 600 million ice creams a year, the vast majority for people here in the UK. Yeah. So yes, we're still eating the odd Magnum, I would argue.
I am. I know I am.
Right. Secondly, skincare in the spotlight with Galderma. I read that this morning. I can't say I know that name. What's the story there?
So L'Oreal has doubled its stake in Galderma this morning. So Galderma is a company that is in skincare, but is known primarily for making injectables, so Botox, fillers, etc. But then just in the kind of wider dermatology space. So now the stake from L'Oreal is now 20%. So that is doubled from the 10% that L'Oreal took last year. So it's really reinforcing that investment in dermatology and trying to gain maybe a stronger foothold as well in that injectables market. Analysts have said that the investment makes a lot of strategic sense. You've got one company that has got that leadership in dermatology, and then the other kind of brings that expertise as a leading beauty company, of course, L'Oreal being such a big name. Galderma shares were up on the back of that, but L'Oreal shares are actually down. So it might be because L'Oreal has been making so many deals recently. It recently bought a South Korean brand called Dr. G. It took a majority stake in a UK skincare brand called Medicate. So perhaps one too many deal for investors this morning, but for Galderma, it was definitely seen as a positive.
Interesting. Maybe is it me, or do I relate? May just be me. Kate Winslet was talking about injectables and beauty just over the weekend. It got picked up very widely.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Did you see that? Yeah, obviously, very beautiful actress saying, we should have the natural look was effectively what she was talking, which I thought was interesting. Now, in terms of Monte Paschi reaffirming confidence in its CEO. What about this bank?
So it reaffirmed that confidence, kind of reaffirmed its support for the CEO, who's currently caught in a probe into a Monte Paschi's takeover of Mediobanca. So Luigi Lovaglio, who's the CEO, is currently being investigated by prosecutors for allegedly coordinating this Mediobanca acquisition with two big investors. So that probe has really weighed on the shares, but there seems to be maybe some relief from Monte Paschi. The market regulator in Italy has ruled out the existence of an undisclosed investor pact that involves Paschi and some of its shareholders in that bid for Mediobanca. So that development, and then also the bank reaffirming that support and that confidence in the CEO, has been supporting that share price today. So quite a good day for Paschi after a lot of weakness over the last couple of weeks.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.